Hi guys, today I have a review on the brand new Hard Candy Glamoflauge, and this is called the Invisible Camouflage Foundation. So I did pick this up at Walmart. Walmart is the only place that you can find hard candy at, and this is worth $7 and it comes with 1.1 fluid ounces. So on the back it says a transforming liquid powder foundation that absorbs oil, camouflages imperfections, and delivers a long-lasting velvet finish. The skin perfecting fluid contains superfine pigments for seamless full coverage without feeling like caked on. Infused with kaolin clay for exceptional wear and oil absorption, skin retains natural moisture for 12 hours of flawless perfection and transfer resistant. Pairs perfectly with our concealers and powders, blah blah blah. Okay, so this was $7 for 1.1. I think the packaging is really nice. You can see the product right through it. I'm in the shade light medium, which is actually what I have on my skin right now. And it does come with a pump, which I was really surprised because for $7, I mean, a lot of high-end foundations don't even come with pumps. So for $7 for them to have a pump is really, really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the demo right off the bat so you guys can see me applying this to half of my face, and then you guys can kind of see the difference once it is applied. There are around 8 colors if I'm not mistaken. They have a really fair color to all the way to a tan. The shades in this range are absolutely horrible to pick from because I thought I would be a medium tan if I'm not mistaken, but that color comes off like white. I mean, it was horrible. I went ahead and did something that you're not supposed to do, and I know, curse me now. I opened up some of them in the store and kind of swatched them on my hand. I swatched light, medium, and medium tan just to kind of see the difference between them, and they were all fine. They looked really similar to what was in the bottle except for medium tan. Medium tan looks really dark in the bottle, and then when you swatch it, it just turns super pale. So I would definitely say skip medium tan. Either you use light medium or go to tan. And the difference is that tan is super dark, so it is almost like an Oompa Loompa orange tan. So I think that the problem with this foundation is that only people from light to light medium are going to find shades. Medium tan, I don't know what they did to the formula, but they jacked it up. And then tan, it just seems like a shade that doesn't seem very close to many people's skin tone. I didn't swatch it, so I'm not sure how it's going to swatch, but it didn't, from the bottle, it didn't look like something that would match a lot of people. So I did get light medium, which is the best shade that to match me. It's actually what I have on my skin right now, so you guys can actually see it on. And as you saw in the demo, it did really match my skin really nicely. So I have to say, this foundation is a very serum-y foundation. Once you pour this out, it has consistency right there. As you can see, it's not like liquidy or anything like that. But once you blend it out, it feels like a serum. It's very serum-y feeling. Like it has that very light kind of texture to it. It looks like that on the skin, where you see that kind of glowiness to the skin, as you can see right there. So it is very similar to the Bare Minerals Bare Skin, I feel. It is kind of like the only drugstore serum foundation that I've ever tried. Most drugstore foundations are either full coverage or very kind of like moisturizing kind of thing, but I've never tried one that feels like a serum, and this is the first one that I've come across. I feel like this foundation is a very nice foundation. I like it, but I don't absolutely love it. I do like the way it looks on my skin. I feel like it makes it look very, very natural. And if I don't powder my face, this doesn't really last that long. It only lasts maybe 3 to 4 hours, and then it starts breaking down. I did try this the first day with no powder, no primer, no nothing, and it lasted around 3 to 4 hours. It does kind of dry to kind of like a weird, kind of like semi-satin kind of look to it. It looks very nice and glowy, kind of like a serum foundation looks on the skin. So it looks really beautiful on, but at the same time, it doesn't have that lasting powder. Once I set it the first day with my L'Oreal Infallible, which is a very matte powder, and this sucker lasted my full work day. When I got to the gym right after my work day, it was still on. It still looked completely nice on my skin. So if you set it with a nice matte powder, this is going to last. I went ahead and used a primer, a setting spray, and once I have those full 9 yards, I do get a very long wear from this foundation, probably around like 8 to 9 hours without it breaking down. That being said, if you don't have setting sprays and primers and a good mattifying powder, this probably isn't going to be for you because of the fact that it says that it lasts 12 hours by itself, and that is not true whatsoever. This sucker will not last on your skin, especially if you're a competent oily skin girl like me. On the other hand, if you are a dry skin girl, I think that this would be a really nice drugstore foundation for you. I think since it is one of those serum-y foundations, it's going to go a lot nicer on your skin. And I feel like another great thing about this is that it's $7. I mean, you can't go wrong with it because it's so cheap. If anything, you can take it back to Walmart, or, you know, mix it in with other foundations to kind of make them a little bit more liquefying if they're too thick. So I think this is a nice buy, or a nice kind of like find at the drugstore, or let's just say Walmart, because this is the only place that you can really find it. But I really feel like this is a really nice one. I have to say that you have to kind of experiment, because I did on the third day try this with my NYX Set It Don't Fret It, and this is a matte finishing powder, and it didn't really last on it with this powder itself. So I would have to recommend a really, really matte powder, kind of like the L'Oreal one. This one is mattifying, but it's not as mattifying as the L'Oreal one, and so it didn't hold up as long as I wanted it to. Within maybe around 7 hours, right before leaving work, I could see it starting to break down in the areas where I touch my face a lot and I get kind of oily and stuff like that. It started breaking down. Overall, I think it's a really nice foundation. It's a good find from the drugstore if you're in the skin tone ranges that I talked about. If you're tan or really dark skinned, I don't think that this is for you, just because you can't find a shade that is going to be convenient for you. If you're in one of the lighter skin tones and you have dry skin, I think that this is something that you could really try because of the fact that it's only $7. But if you're more of a combo to oily skin girl, I think that it's still a good find to maybe liquefy some of your other foundations that could be thicker, make them a little bit thinner, or days that you're just kind of like on the run and want to go out for 2 or 3 hours and things like that. It is something that I do feel like it is nice to try, and I feel like a lot of people might like it. If you have kind of like the right combination of products together, like I said, my primer, my setting spray, I really set it with a good mattifying powder, this thing really did last on me. So I was kind of impressed because of the fact that it's only $7. So yeah, that is my take on this, and I hope you guys like this. Let me know what you guys think of this. Have you tried this? Have you seen this in your Walmart yet? Will you be trying it? And yeah, I'd love to hear your opinion on this, what you guys think, how you think it looks, and I'd love to hear back from you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching, for subscribing, and until next time, bye guys.